It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. Who knows what we're in store for here? And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it, that feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Cleveland. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And we're talking about one of the league's true extroverts in the quarterback position. For better or worse, he's going to throw the ball all over the field. And that aggressive approach is one of the main reasons why they went after him in free agency.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Winston. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jameis to throw it. Right back to Njoku. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
This pass into the hands of Turner. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. That's complete to White. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Gregory. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Jackson is in for a touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Winston now. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Over the middle, complete. That's White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 38 now. Here's second and a couple. Now Gregory to throw. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Right back to him on first down. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action. Winston. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 8. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd down and 3. Gregory will look to throw it. It's caught. This is White. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. The slot man in motion right. They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Gregory. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Hines now on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's to the former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. After one, a 14-3 ball game. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run again on first down. Chubb as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Winston. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Throwing, Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. This is Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Winston. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Here's Hines. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Chubb will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Hines will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Gregory. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Now a 2nd and 10. They run again with Jackson. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run with Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Winston. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, Winston. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Hines. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
He's got this one to Hutchinson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. On the give, here comes Jackson. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run again with Jackson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Browns offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the...
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Throwing to start the drive. Gregory, quick slant, complete to Turner. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Gregory. That's complete to Hutchinson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gregory steps away. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Looking to throw. Gregory. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
A drive there of just 4 plays. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. This one downfield for Tillman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start down in Tampa. Washington making the trip down to take on Tampa Bay. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Powell, a touchdown catch in the victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
The Browns offense and Jameis Winston set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Following the interception, Winston gets this over the middle to Tillman. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Winston. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Gregory. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Gregory. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Jameis to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Tillman motions to the left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Winston. That pass complete to Moore. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. On the left side, a catch by White. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now Gregory to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Turner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down at a yard. Now Gregory. Turner is there for another one. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Jackson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Again, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It's Hillman going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
This is taken at the 15. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Gregory will look to throw it. Looking for White on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 31-yard line.
And trouble trying the middle here. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down.
First down. First and 10.
Winston now. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It got his man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They run on first down with Jackson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Here's Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Winston. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Working out of the gun, Winston. Right back to Njoku. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple.
At the 24-yard line.
Tillman motions to the left. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 24 yards. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll start here with Jackson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Now a give. It's Jackson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the Browns getting set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Winston. Drops it off for Chubb. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
That's good for A.
To throw, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And now here is another interception. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Off the bootleg. Gregory. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. So no gain on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll run it with Jackson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And this returnable for Hines. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Here comes 3rd down and 7. They go play action. Winston. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Cedric Tillman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jameis to throw it. Completes to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Winston. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll throw again. Winston. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for our visitors, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.